Hello and welcome back. Welcome back, me, not you. I just thought we'd pop in for a chat, see how things are going. Um, but it doesn't seem there are too many who've realised that I'm online yet. So we'll just get on and play some Football Manager, and hopefully some of the regulars will come in and have a chat. And I do have a bit of time tonight, and I have been doing a little bit of. I've played a few games since I made that video. Played about 3 games, I think, and thought, why not come back? I've been playing in full game, so I might have to change that if I can remember where it is. I think you'll probably find it in here, won't we? We're actually in key now. I'm going to pop it into there. So yeah, I've been playing in full game, so we're doing all right. I need to find another job because we've won. Well, we've won. I think we're going to win the title this year. We've won the title both years. We've won the Champions League in Asia, so we got to move on. And but the problem is, there's nothing available where I want to go at the moment. I don't really want to be in Korea for another season. Where do we find these? Here we go. There is one available in Brazil. BRU. Job security, it is available. Finances are insecure. So we could think about BRU. The problem is they are 20th in the second division. Doesn't get any worse than that. But I think I might hang on. I just can't remember when their season starts and begins. It looks like they've got half a season left to go yet. So I think we'll hang on. South Africa, there's nothing available. So I think the only thing I can do is just hang on and see if anything does. We'll keep an eye on it as month by month, and we'll just keep an eye on what's going on. In terms of this team, I've decided to shake it up a little bit. I'm not too impressed with Lingard. Lingard and Mane are going to be leaving at the end of the season. I'm kind of like thinking that they're not giving it all. Lingard had a 6 last time out. And just playing around up front. Mires needs to be given his shot, and then just playing Chu Young-wook as the attacking mid. Don't know how successful that's going to be. We're going to play in a cautious mentality today, because they're playing control possession, but they're playing with a 5 at the back. So I'm going to play in a mid block, pull them out a little bit, but I'm going to play with a higher line because they are going to be playing in front of us. I don't get this. I'm only really allowed to have 7 subs. So I'm going to take Lingard out. I've already lined this up, and we'll take those out, and we'll just go ahead. I don't get it. I don't know why every time I play a match I'm only allowed 7 subs, not the 9 that everybody else is allowed. But there is probably some rule that I am breaking. And Daegu are in 6th. We do need to take them very seriously. We are favourites to win this, but yeah, let's just go with what he says, with the older I have faith in you sort of stuff. And we'll get this game underway. I haven't played much with the update, funnily enough. So it will be cool. Oh, it's raining again. It does rain a lot, especially in South Korea. They got some terrible weather over there. I don't think we need to see this, but I do need to go and do the team instructions, the opposition instructions. And that looks okay to me. I do worry about this type marking because I don't think I've got any players really who've got marking over 11. So I'm not quite sure type marking is their forte. but we shall see. We'll see what that's about. But I want to keep the ball against them. So we're going to play a kind of possession football as we lob one over the top. And we're playing at a standard tempo. I think our passing hasn't been extremely good when we raise the tempo too much. We do have a chance deflected. So I think we are a long way clear. I think it's something like 11 or 12 points clear at this stage. I think the league title's pretty much done and dusted. We got knocked out of the cup, which was bad news. But we'll have won the league twice in a row, won the Champions League, won the cup once, we've won their cup that they play in pre-season. We've won that both times. So we've won about 7 trophies in 2 seasons. It's time to move on. And once the Champions League is won, then it's definitely time to move on. But we are playing some tidy football here. We're good down the left. I did note... Oh, penalty, ref. I did note that my assistant said we should be running at them more than normal. He said because they lacked pace and they didn't tackle very well. I didn't see that in their attributes. So I left that off. And we'll see how this game progresses. Maybe... down the left-hand side, we do look good down the left. Mane seems to be doing well down the left-hand side. He's only on a 6.6. Lingard missed a penalty last time out, so Kim Ji-sung buries it. So I'm quite sure I want Lingard taking penalties anymore. I don't think his heart is in it anymore. I think he wants to leave at the end of the season. Mane's going to retire as well at the end of the season. It really is time to get out. And that was really buried, that was. Nobody in the world could save that. Not even me. And we are a goal up. And pretty much dominating this league. We've lost a couple of times this season, which is a bit of a blow. But nothing serious has happened to us. We've played cautious football all the way through, apart from a couple of games where we've started balanced and gone positive, just a couple of times. Looks like a yellow card for Danaya. Certainly looked like a bad foul to me. Cut it out, boy. Did he get a yellow card? No, go away with that one. Defensively, we are absolutely solid. And this cautious mentality does seem to work very nicely in FM26. You sit with 2 in front of your back 4, your wingers come back. And it's very difficult to break that down. We are playing with a high line against this mob. For that reason. They're going to pass it around in front of us. And I did note that there was a little bit too much space in the middle of the park. So we have to be careful of that. But that's why we are playing with a higher line today, because they will play it in front of us. I kind of know these teams now, how they play football. But we're doing okay. We're a goal up, controlling possession by the look of it, although we'll have a look at the stats in a minute. Well, that was pretty awful. He's Mane. Ah, boy. Expect a little bit more from Sadio Mane. But we have a corner. Come on, boys. We got this. Choi Hyun-tuk. Almost. So somebody got injured. Kim Dong-hyun is injured, which is a bit of a blow. Is he going to recover is the question. I didn't see where that happened. Played really well last time out, scored an absolute belter. We won 1-0, and he scored an absolute belter. Almost, almost. Come on, boys, regroup. Let's get back into position. We don't do any of this counter-pressing nonsense either. Just get back into shape when we're defending. Don't worry too much. I'm just fine with FM26. It's like counter-pressing. Doesn't matter who you're playing. They just seem to work it round you all the time anyway. It's very rare they make mistakes and you pressurize them into a really dangerous situation. It's quite rare. So just regroup. Makes you a bit more defensively solid, and we've scored again. And this is incautious, and we're absolutely blowing them away. Incautious here, and it's quite interesting. I don't know how you guys are finding the pass maps. I haven't had a look at those yet. I might have a look at those half-time, the pass maps that they've brought back. Pass maps really don't actually show you much. You can interpret them. But it would be better if they gave us stuff like focus of attack. But pass maps can tell you something. We'll have a look at the pass maps in a minute. See how that's looking. But we're 2-0 up here. We're putting these boys away, as we should be. And these guys are 6th in the table. So that's how much better we are than the rest of the league. And we're only playing, as I said, in a cautious mentality. But we do keep our shape very, very well as a result. We regroup as well. And they find it difficult, teams find it difficult to counter-attack against us. Because you know what FM is like. FM is all about opposition counter-attacks. They do find it difficult to counter-attack against us. As we're bombing back into position. But yeah, this is how I wanted to play. Keep the ball. Just frustrate the hell out of them. And it was interesting is that what my assistant recommended was that we tackle harder to frustrate them. The very fact that twice, he used some other instruction, the fact that twice he said frustrate them, I thought why not keep possession instead? And that will frustrate them. As we don't want to risk players getting sent off, and we do have a problem with that boy. He's not well, Kim Dong-hyun. Let's have somewhere in here are these pass maps, aren't they? Which one is us? Here we are. Let's have a look, see if we can find it. Oh, there it is, right at the end. Let's have a look at theirs. Well, that just shows me really that we've got pretty much most of the ball, but we've had more passing. Although their possession is not far behind, we are connecting in the middle of the field, whereas they are just kind of like there's no passing going on in the middle of the field. Their wing backs are quite high. And this centre back is a link together with this boy here. But they're not interconnecting very well. We, on the other hand, are pretty much dominating the middle of the park, and we're passing all over the place. Our passes are good. We're connecting. Everybody is connecting with everybody else. So to the right, are passing it back. Inside, left, doing the same. So we're doing pretty well. I think if I narrowed it up, we might see a little bit more passing going on in here. But I'm playing wide, so we're not likely to see a lot of passes connecting in these areas. So I think we're doing all right. I don't think there's anything to worry about. But I do want to have a look at who is it? It's Kim Dong-hyun who is a little bit unwell. Centre mid. So Lee Sung-hyun is probably better actually as a... Yeah, he's an attacking mid, isn't he? Although it's centre mid here, attack. Well, let's try him as a centre mid. I can always switch these over. I think he can play as a centre mid, can't he? Yeah, so we can always change that later. Let's give him a shot. Must have picked up a knock because everybody else is as fit as a fiddle. So I don't know when he must have picked that knock up because I didn't see anything. But it does look like we are pretty much dominating the ball. That's all I wanted to do. And we've scored a couple of goals and everybody's happy here. Again, down the left we're playing quite well, but we're dominating in this space in here. Oh, another chance. We don't have enough information from those pass maps to actually alter anything, except that it just seems to indicate we're outpassing them and we're totally dominating the middle of the field in this area. And we are passing, our passes are connecting all over the field and we're playing really well. That's all the pass map tells me. I'd like Mane to do a little bit better. It's interesting playing against a 5 at the back. You do have to draw them out. If you try and press them, you play right into their hands in FM. You can't press them high. Oh, that's half time. I thought you might have been given offside. Come on, referee, you could have let that go. Total domination. Yeah, total domination. So we want to be saying I'm quite pleased. I don't like saying I'm pleased. So I'm going to say I'm pleased. Why shouldn't I say that I'm pleased? They're all doing extremely well. Well, I don't think we... Oh, we got another one, have we? We got another boy who's taken a knock. No, it's the same one. I nearly made a change there. Okay, so let's start the second half. I think we're ghosting this. Although I do not want to see complacency and you letting them score just after half time. It's very rare that I say that I'm pleased with them, but they did dominate that first half. We just need more of the same. It's too easy. Too easy in the middle of the park. There's nothing again to see. They're not passing it in the middle. We need to focus our play through the middle, I think, because they just are not connecting with each other in the middle. But if I do that, I mean, one of the big concerns is that if I do switch it to the middle, what they're doing that will draw their players into the centre of the field, which means they will start connecting with their passes. So I think the fact that we are playing wide is causing them problems. So one of the things that I could do, just to experiment, is to make it even wider. So it's probably not a good idea, actually. If we actually progression, if we focus it down both flanks, then that just pulls them further wider, which means that their passes are going to connect even less down the middle. So we'll give that a try anyway. See if we can't score another couple of goals. We do have good pass connection, good linking on this right-hand side of the pitch. Mane does seem to be playing pretty well on the left. So let's focus it down there. Drag their players out wide, leaving tons of space in the middle. That's the plan. And we do seem to have a ton of space. Oh, you donkey. We do seem to have a ton of space in the middle. So their 5 at the back is not working very well. They're giving up the midfield. How do you like it when I can analyze the game like this? Take him out. That's got to be a yellow card, is it? Let's put him to sleep. But I don't think you should be doing that. Yeah, he's got a yellow card. Let's tell him to calm down a little bit. Tackling. How do we do this? Tackling. Calm down, son. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep the ball. They're coming back into it now. Every team has a spell. What we've got to do is just stop them scoring at this point. Would you give them a shout? Oi! Let's demand more from them. They've gone to sleep a little bit. One song is getting tired. So what have they changed? What have they actually changed? Nothing really. Their focus is mainly... Yeah, I agree. I was just looking at that. Their focus is mainly down the left-hand side of the pitch. So I actually agree with him. We need to be focusing away from there. So we want to focus down the right-hand... yeah, down the left-hand side. He's right, down the left-hand side. Because their focus is down the left. We want to play the game down this side. Yeah. You can see from the pass maps, that's where their play is focused. So we want to take it away from there. And that then should drag their players over so that they can't play down the left-hand side. That's the plan. Good call, Mr. Assistant. I was actually just looking at that. Too many long-range shots going on here. I don't know what I've got my shooting set at. Shots from distance discourage. And I've got to work the ball into the box as well. Yeah. They're just not following instructions. They've got to be more disciplined on as well. But I am. See, that is one of the dangers. That's one of the dangers of saying you're pleased at half time. And it doesn't always pay. Right, I've only got 2 subs I got to remember. Got a lot of tired players, fired up, frustrated. I don't have another DM. Yes, I do. We can bring on him. Complacent Mane. So Park Shizu. See, both of those, Mane and Lingard, they just are not playing anymore. I need them to do better. They're getting paid a lot of money. because they're like, we've pretty much won the title, and because we've won the Champions League, and because they're leaving at the end of the season, they've just kind of packed the case. But it's a good, comfortable win. A good, comfortable win. And once again, at the moment, it's a clean sheet. I think the last 4 games have been clean sheets. How to defend in FM26. So it doesn't matter whether you've got a press on or not. They still just pass it. They just pass it around you from the back. To me, it doesn't look in FM26 like when I watch football on TV. You can see a press. You can see the panic sometimes in the defence where the passes are zipping around at the back. Don't get that reflected in FM26. Yeah, they make mistakes. The mistakes look a bit silly sometimes, where they just stand on the ball and they get robbed, which is indicating that is pressure caused them to lose the ball. It's just not showing it very well. But they don't... again, they're just able to pass it, although I am allowing them to do that because... So I've set them up. There's no point in pressing. Just let them do that. And I don't mind this because we're pulling them out. And I've always struggled. I found it so hard at the beginning of FM26 to beat these teams with 3 at the back. But we've dominated this game. We've created chances and we've taken a couple. Come on, one more goal, boys. You've been dreadful second half. The rain is pouring down again. Go on, one more goal, boys. Oh, it's full time. We'll take that. I think this... Just getting through this season now. Make sure we win the title, of course. Don't think they show you the... No, they don't show you the table in here. Well done. Good win, especially we were away. So, good win. Just got to catch this thing now. Oh, it's not yet. Catch this. Make sure that clicks off. Otherwise, we'll end up on Thursday. .22 unbeaten. That's not right. We were beaten not so long ago. Yeah. Oh no, it was a draw. We lost in the cup. So that was a draw. We weren't beaten. We're just so much better than the rest of the... Let's have a look at the league table. We are 13 points clear. As long as we keep doing what we're doing, it's job done. Next game is... Oh, there's a long break. Oh, I think he'll make an exceptional... He'll be a fantastic manager. I think he's an absolutely exceptional man. So there's some sort of break going on here. Oldman tips Kim. Oh, right. Okay. I thought that was me being offered or somebody thinking about employing me. That wasn't. Money's going well. Yeah, we know. He's retiring in a month. I did try to get him to change his mind, but he said he was definitely leaving. He'd made his final decision. The only thing is, there is someone who's available. I don't want to particularly be here. Is in player recommendations. Is he on my short list? Yeah, Boschilla is available. He's ending his contract, and I can't get him to actually think about where he wants to move to next season. He'd be absolutely immense to bring in. He's not a left winger, but Lingard is leaving. He'd certainly do a good job where replacing Lingard. 30 years old, I think he would be a terrific, but I can't actually approach him at the moment. It's just too early. But as I said, I don't really want to be here. But it would be nice to sign him for the team before I leave. Scout. I don't know why I do that. I can never find their recommendations. How is the stream doing? Actually, excellent connection. None of my regulars are here. I wonder if they're... I think the FA Cup is finished, isn't it? There's no more FA Cup for this weekend. I think West Ham are playing Brentford tomorrow. So I wonder what they're doing. None of them are in. Shall we go to this? Park Jae-hyung. No, we'll keep him in the first team. Kim Dong-hyun. There's no issues. Is he playing well? Kong Hyun-mo is a goalkeeper. This is playing exceptionally well by the look of it. So we'll have a quiet word with him. Although, does this upset form? I bet you if you have a word with him and say, your recent form has been exceptional, you'll start playing badly now. I wonder if that is a little trap that they set. And Lee Sung-mo, you have to, I suppose, look at their personality. I suppose, let's have a look at this guy's personality. Where do we find that nonsense? Balanced personality. Doesn't tell me much. I guess if he's got a balanced personality, he should accept praise and shouldn't affect his... but does he actually warrant it? No, he doesn't. So the goalkeeper... who is he? What's his personality like? Professional, so he should be fairly good. Accepting a bit of praise as well. It's the other ones that you've got to look out for, the other end of the scale. Sometimes when you praise them, they think it upsets them a lot. Perfectionists also. You will be careful with perfectionists. Because you might see them having an average rating of 7.8. For them, that might not be high enough, and they can get upset. And that's why you get all that stuff like when you praise them. Well, we've got different standards, obviously. So just be careful with some of their personalities. When's the next game? Can I play all these players? I think that there's still a week to go, isn't there? 12th of July, yeah, we can give those boys a game. They're not registered anyway, so let's give them a game. That's why it's an international break, is it? Sometimes there's a month's break that I don't know what's going on. It's like a month. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because I'll be stuck with them. And then I'll find it really hard to find another club. Now, that's an issue. How they react to that is going to be quite interesting. No, I'm quite happy. You don't need to give me a pay rise. I'm quite happy. Choi Hyun-tuk is injured. We know we could be losing Park Soo-ee. Good utility player. But we'll worry about that if I'm still at Seoul. I hope I'm not going to be still at Seoul. Let's have a look at the job centre, see if anything's changed. Who's this then? First Division. Brazil. There's an available job there in the First Division. They're not doing very well at the moment, though. No wonder there's an available job there. Highest league position, 4th in the Second Division last year. So they're recently promoted, I guess. They're in the First Division. Where are they in the league? They don't seem to be doing that badly. 6th. Is that... They don't seem to be... Coritiba. He managed last year. They're doing quite well. I could apply for this, couldn't I? First Division club. Their results are chronic. It won't do any harm to actually just apply for the job. You never know. I mean, I actually don't fancy it very much. But, I do have to move. It's not like this. Like staying at Seoul would be like easy job. Everybody's manager's dream. Every manager's dream. They have a very, very good team. They're winning everything. Application received. I don't know if they're a good team or not. We'd have to see what happens. But I gotta move. This is not a safe where I can stay anywhere for very long. I don't think I want anybody available now, do I? 9th. And next game is on the 12th. I don't want anybody playing. Ryo Jung-yoon set for a move. He could be for sale. Chu Young-wook should be vice captain instead of Denya. No, we're not going to make that kind of change mid-season. Oh, let's have a look what they've been up to. Any advice? Didn't we sell him? I think we sold him, didn't we? We actually sold him last year. Anything standing out here? Japan, nothing. North Korea. Nearly matched 3 in North Korea. Oh, blimey. 17 in progress here. But there's nothing in progress here. Nothing that at the moment really should be. Just this guy who we sold. So we just need to focus on. I need to rest them as well. 12th is our game. Oh, it's too late now. This just moves on. It should move on day by day. This moves on. Like it's going. Where are we now? We're right on match day. It's moved on 3 days. So I wanted to rest them when they came back from international duty. Now they've got probably a squad who's tired. Yeah, I got one Al Arab. He's still on international duty though. He's tired. The first team is okay though. Ooh, personality change. Who's changed their personality? Interesting. I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, he has been playing well, actually. Denya, let's have a look at his personality. He is fairly professional. He should be okay. So we'll have a little word with him. See? I think I've been pretty average. He thinks that's pretty average. I think that's pretty good. For a centre-back, I think I don't need to continue with that. See, I wonder if that is just random and not based on personality then. Because I think that's pretty good. He's fairly professional. He should see that that's pretty good. His relationship with me is extremely close. I can't see that why he would. But I don't know. Liam, how you doing, Liam? Good to see you. I think maybe I read too much into it. Maybe it is just random. That he just has an off day and bollocks to you, boss. I'm not listening to you today. I'm having a bad day. See, that is not good enough for me. I have expectations of them being better than that. Whereas it might be good enough for him. Just don't know. Just have to be careful, Denia, that if he's doing well again, and don't praise him because he got upset last time. What are we doing, finance-wise? Where's the I can never find stuff. Finances. Where's the finances? I'm going to find it in here. How do you find out how much money we've got? We're doing well, but how much have I got in? How much have I got left? Oh, it's so hard to find stuff. It used to be so easy to find stuff. Where are my budgets? Where's the budgets? Oh, wait a minute. Finances. Well, it's got to be in there. Wage budget, 1.3 thousand available. Good. Yeah, let's offer him a contract. I can't see that there's going to be... How old is he now, Denya? 30. We can offer him a contract. We've lost everything now. We don't really have a ton of money. No, we don't want any of that nonsense. Oh, he's locked it in, has he? Win a domestic cup. But we just won the Champions League. What is the importance of a domestic cup to you? Whatever. 17 grand. He wants 4 grand extra. Let's try and bring him down a little bit. $4 years. He's fairly happy with that. Nice doing business with you. Did I actually accept that? I don't know. I think I did. Yeah, managing in Seoul. I mean, I need to get out of here. I have applied for a job in Brazil because I just desperately need to move because I've won the Champions League here now, and I'm just really wasting time now. I've only got 10 years to actually complete 4 of the 5 major trophies, and I'm coming up to the end of number 2, so we need to get out of here now and get off to Brazil, or South Africa would be better, but there's no jobs available at the moment in South Africa. I think I've won 7 trophies in South Korea in a year and a half it is at the moment, and we've come to the end of this. Does this tell us how many trophies we've won? Oh, is it? Yeah, have I applied for them? ATP? Oh, no, it was somebody else I applied for. So we'll have a look at the jobs available in a minute. I don't know how many trophies we've won. It used to be so much easier to find this stuff. It says only 3, but that cannot be correct. Oh, it might be because we haven't won the title yet this season. So, what was that job available in Brazil? What was that? ATP. We didn't apply for that one. Well, they really are in a spot. Wherever we go, that it's going to be a mess. So if we have a look at there, oh God! But they didn't start that badly. It looked like their cup competition, doesn't it? So they did all right in their cup competition, But once the season started, oh my good lord. That's why that job. So there's hope if they did all right in their interstate cup. There is hope. We might as well apply for that as well. See what happens. You don't have to take it. So we've applied for 2 jobs in Brazil now. Let's go and play this game now. I think that we should be in a good position because we've done extremely well here, and we've, winning the Champions League. Respond in the near future. The transfer window has begun. What are your plans? I don't know. I have to wait. You're always looking to improve the team. We have, it depends on how much money I've got as well. Oh, we did not get that job. They are 20th in the first division, and they turned down a Champions League winner. I was watching somebody else's stream not so long ago, and they actually said that it is extremely difficult to find jobs in FM26. This is the first time I've ever been in this situation. And I'm about to find out if it is really difficult to find other jobs. Used to just breeze into jobs. I want him in there. 17 years old. We want him in. He's youth as well. Let's put him in. They're all registered. Not meeting 2 rules. Ah, okay. No players on youth are allowed in the squad. That's why he's left them out. Ah, okay. Shame. Those 2 they played in the Champions League. That's why they're in there. They both played in the Champions League. Too many foreign players as well. I just asked my assistant to pick. Arab. Deniani just offered him a new contract. Lingard. I don't have to register Lingard. I think he's leaving. So let's take Lingard out. Actually, I don't think I need to register players at the moment. It's just open, so I can just leave it as it is. I think. We shall see in a minute if I'm not allowed to play players. The rules in South Korea are just mind-blowing. Got a funny feeling there might be a lot of players leaving. Come on, we haven't played a football match for a while. This is going on a bit. Excellent intake. Look at that, 4.5-star intake. So where are the good players then? Yoon Jun Moon. I think Yoon Jun Han. I think he's listed. Oi, what's happened there? 32-year-old midfielder is getting on. He is listed, I think. He's transfer listed. 42k, what's his value? Yeah, let's get rid of him. Let him go. Let him go. Kim Joo Hyuk. 19 years old. No, we're not going to let him go. What squad is he in? Yeah, okay. We will let him go. He's... Not that I had any choice in that. And then... 31k. I think he's listed as well, isn't he? Yeah. Value 60k. May need to do a little bit of negotiating here. Jeonbuk. Okay, I'm going to turn this down and just tell him that we want a bit more money. When he comes back to me and says, oi, we'll try and up the ante here. I want a bit more money for him. Yeah, there we go. Where's the money bit? There we go. How about this? What's that? That's fine. Okay, so we got a little bit more. If they come in for that, we'll let him go. 40.5. Evening, Rob. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. You're probably wondering why I'm here. I just decided I've got some time tonight, so I thought, why not just pop in for a chat, see how everybody is. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's life in Wales there, my friend? I have to go this way. Yeah, Lingard has gone, which helps with the foreign players. 102k. Cho Yun-tuk is playing well, which is good. 2 transfers out. He's playing really well. I don't want to... so, yeah, let's place him on the loan list. Cho Young... I'm not altering anybody's playing time at this point in time. Yeah, I had no intention. We've got young centre-backs coming up. What did you make of it? Still learning what to do on that channel. The second one actually got a lot of viewers. It really spiked. The third one didn't get many viewers at all, but I'm learning, trying to learn about the algorithm for that channel. Got to do another one tomorrow, listing some of the things that I've had to do. You've had an awful evening. Went to pick my daughter up from work and ran out of petrol. Oh my God. It's not good. But somehow both of you have got home okay. Hopefully. South Korea question with roughly half a year. Yeah, we had to make some money. It's a stupid question. It was the right time to do it. And we made a bit of money on it. Grandad to the rescue. Oh, boy. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure how that scrambled egg channel is going. Yeah, I'm still trying to work the algorithm out, but we will. I will work it out. It's going to take a lot more videos. When is this game coming up then? It's now the 16th. And we should have played on the 12th. Oh, July. Oh, right, okay. So there's some sort of break going on here, is there? Maybe it's their rest. Paul, how are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. I started early, and I was thinking, and I said earlier on, none of the regulars have turned up, but of course you're not used to me being on at 7 o'clock. So, I don't know how many we've played. I think we've played 2-1-2 tonight. The car's quite old. My motorcycle in Vietnam was exactly the same as that, Rob. I had to just top it up every week because it was always showing the tank as full. No matter how much I drove it around, it was always full until it died, and it was full when it died. So in the end, what I had to do was just top it up every week. And I knew it was full then. I don't remember all that nonsense. Denya has accepted his deal. Well, so he should. How much money have I got? It's really hard to find the budgets. Did I find it in the vision? No. Concerned about the finances in the sale. He was going to run down his contract. And the way he's been playing lately, Sheffield United are welcome to him. Finances. It's got to be in here somewhere. Scouting, the wage budget. Transfer budget. How much have I got? 454k. I've only got 5.5k. So I've got some money to spend. I'd like to bring Boschilla in, but he won't let me sign him. Won't let me sign him at this point in time. Video watch part 2, which talked about how you'll fund life. Yeah, I think that part 3 was really the one that bombed, Rob. ATB. Oh, we have got a job interview in Brazil. I've got to fly off for a second to Brazil and go to this interview. I did they are a crap team. I Oh, hang on. It says state championship. They are third. But what's this 20th in the first division? I'm in the first division, which means I don't have to go from second division. But they just look like a crap team to me. But then when I went to South America last year in 2024, so were Coritiba. Let's go to the interview. Let's see what we're up. It's great to be here. And that was a very short flight. How is speaking the language? Portuguese, quite tough. Well, I've been working in South Korea, so I've done pretty well. I'm not worried. Football transcends language. But I do have a good track record. I've taken them as far as I can, basically. Broken promises to your players. Well, I'm a manager. What do you expect me to do? You've managed as long as I have. Like I've just told him, I haven't managed for very long. They're bound to have arisen. There's nothing wrong with... Oh, sorry, their previous manager. They criticising my dressing room atmosphere. More pressing. I don't think we will have any problem. I don't want to be that controversial. There's more pressing things to talk about here. How would you feel about working? I'm absolutely delighted. The club to avoid relegation, finishing mid-table. I think that given the form at the moment, it's a transfer budget of, I thought it said 102 million, 1.2 million. I think that's probably would do the job. Don't want to upset them at this point. I don't know what your budget is, but I'd be happy. Do you have anything for us to consider? Not really. Not that I can think of. See you later. I've got to go back to South Korea now. It's an international break, is it, of a month? Hello, Mike. How you doing? I started a new saving career myself. Busan. I think we play against Busan. I've played Busan, I think, in the Cup. Good financial and excellent youth set. It is good fun, actually, managing in Korea. It is actually good fun. If you can understand the rules. I try not to let the rules worry me too much, because I don't understand them. But if you could get to understand the rules, it is quite fun playing in Korea. AstroTurf as well, yeah. I mean, we'd have to do a lot of stuff at that team. Taking the Spurs job. I don't know if I want to go that low. You could have been saying that about United a few months ago, though. I'd have been saying, I don't know if I want that job. But, well, you've got to start somewhere, Rob. And you just got to work them out of their misery. I don't think I will accept the job if they offer it to me. I think that's just, like, too much. I really want to go to South Africa. But there's nothing available in South Africa at the moment. It's what's more worrying is that I'm in a transfer window here and I'm not focused on it. And, oh boy. I'm not focused on it because I need to leave. But I don't want to leave and go to any old rubbish club. Although this was not a good club when I took them over. They were like 10th in the league of 12 when I or predicted to finish in 10th. Yeah, they were like in a poor way. So it doesn't take you long to sort them out. 9k for a 35-year-old fullback. Are you out of your mind? We don't need a 35-year-old fullback. We have lots of good fullbacks. Oh, Sung Bum. How come youth players are not allowed to play in the squad? And yeah, I could play them in the Champions League. One of those youth players, the 17-year-old, he actually scored the winning goal in the final. I'm not allowed to play him and develop him in the Korean League. I don't want this. Let's go to recruitment. Transfers. Who is he? Who's the 35? He's the 32-year-old midfielder. There's no transfers. What is this? What is going on here? I've walked away. Yeah, I've cancelled. South Africa is interesting, yeah. I was with Sundowns the last time I did this save. Kaiser Chiefs would be a good one, or Pirates. But I don't think I'm going to be fortunate to walk into that job. Last time I left from Japan, so my reputation was a little better coming from Japan. This time I don't think my reputation's that good. Although it should be, because I've just won the bloody Champions League, so my reputation should be quite good. We shall see. So I did, yeah, I got the job last time with Sundowns. I can't see me getting one of the big clubs again. Although Sundowns were actually struggling when I took them over. They were down. They were in the top division, but they were down near the bottom. They were struggling. That's why the job came available. And then from there, last time I moved to Coritiba, who were in the second division in Brazil, and we took them from the second division all the way, of course, to Champions League. That took 3-4 years to do. Newcastle came next after that, and then Champions League was 2 seasons. That's all that took. There's another one, AMG. These are second divisions, though. But where's the South African jobs? There's nothing here in South Africa. They're all pretty stable, the managers in South Africa, looking at it. Untouchable. There's actually no, well, I have South Africa listed here. So we have a ton of them listed. What's this then? Joining. Will be added on the 1st of January 27. Why can't I join them now? That's interesting. I've never seen this before. Why can't I add them now? does it mean... Oh no, I was thinking that it's just telling me that FM will do an update and it'll be available in January 27. But of course that's nonsense, isn't it? So what it means is that I cannot add this region or country for another 6 months. I've never seen that before. I have actually never come across that before. 2 leagues will be added on the 1st of January 27. I'm not quite sure why they would do that. FM24 started with Yokohama. Yeah, I did Hiroshima. I don't know if you remember seeing my series last year. I was at Hiroshima, so I had that big success with Hiroshima. And then after that, you went to Flamenco. No, I added them a while back, Paul. I added them at the same time I added Brazil. Once I had won the Champions League, then I just added and took some of the Asian ones out. So I'm not quite sure. I've never seen that before. Brazil, I can go to, but it's just not letting me go to... It's not loading up until the Argentina or South Africa until January. But Brazil was fine. I don't know. I've never seen that before. It is a bit strange, Paul, because I added them at the same time as I added Brazil, because I knew those were the 3 countries that I wanted to focus on next. And not quite sure why it's done that. And it can't mean that the game's going to do an update in 27 and then the leagues will be available. It definitely can't mean that. So it just means it's this date. Is there a big update tomorrow? I haven't, like, there is an update at the moment from when I last streamed, and I haven't got used to this one yet. I can't see actually anything has changed much. Oh, we've recalled Kang Yun-hyuk. He's a good player. I don't know why we let him go on loan. He's a very good central midfielder, I believe. He's agreed to leave the club. Yeah, we'll accept that. So, who's just returned? He is... Oh, no, he's a winger now, is he? I'm thinking of another guy who's got the same Hyuk as... but we might as well let him go out on loan again. He was a bit of a hope when I first came across him, but I'm not too enamoured. The big update's going to be in January when I'm allowed to go to South Africa or Argentina. That's why I'm not seeing those jobs from there. So it might mean that I have to wait until... That I might just not take that Brazilian job because I really don't fancy it. I still think I could do better. And just continue with Seoul until Argentina and South Africa become available. Play it. No, we don't want to go to that. We don't need to go to that. So yeah, I mean, I do like since I did this, because I always used to play in Europe before, particularly, I mean, I like the British leagues because they're the hardest of all. The Premier League is the hardest, even in FM, to play. I found that, like, if you play in Europe, there's only a couple of teams that you have to worry about. Oh, come on. And but anybody can win games, even in FM, in the Premier League, and so I kind of like stuck to that. But when I went to Indonesia first, and then I went to Japan, and then South Africa, I just found that they were much more fun. See, ATP, I can't even get a job at the moment with ATP, but I'm not unhappy about that. And I think going to Brazil is too big a step from Asia, and I think that's what it is. I think that South Africa is not quite as big a jump. Although I did watch that stream with somebody else who said getting new jobs is horrendous in FM26. So we shall see. James, my friend, how are you? What's the youth players like? Some very, very good players. And I can show you two. I got two youth players. One's 16. In my first team squad. Although I'm not allowed to play them, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. So we got this guy, Park Chung-hee. He's in my first team squad. He's got potential. He's got 5-star potential. He's 16 years old. And I got another striker in here. Who is he? Mires is not the one. Where is he? My other little striker. Unless he's been moved back to... Has he been moved back to the reserves behind my back? Oh no, it's this guy, is it? Yeah, he's an exceptional player. He's 17 years old. He scored the winning goal in the Champions League. He's 17 years old. He scored the winning goal in the final. The only problem is that I'm not allowed to play them in the Korean League because they are classed as youth. I mean, I could offer them a contract, I suppose. I suppose I could offer them a contract which makes them future prospect or something. But I don't know if I can do that. It might be because of their age that they're classed as youth players. But yeah, there's a few of them. There's another one that I've got in here, which I can't find at the moment. So I've got 3 youth players sitting in my first team squad who I can't play. But they're training with the first team, and that's fine. And I think I can play them in the cup matches and in the Champions League. So it's like really weird. Sometimes in Korea, I'd really like to play both of those, the 16-year-old and the 17-year-old. But it is quite weird. Kim Jong-hyun waiting on contract. Yeah, we need to do something about him. He's a very, very good player. I didn't know he was waiting on contract talks. He is a very good player. Again, another one who wants to win a domestic cup. We've just won the Champions League. What is this big deal about winning a domestic cup? Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. He is an important player. 7K from... Oh, that's okay. Not a problem. That's locked in as well, is it? Semi-negotiable. In other words, you can't get rid of it, but expiry date tomorrow. Well, if we get 1.1 million for him, let's go 1.3 million, then that's a lot of money in Korea. He's okay with that. 1.3 million. If somebody offers me 1.3 million, that's a ton of money. I don't think any of the clubs in Korea have got 1.3 million, but Japan does. The old Manville FPL Cup can't be too far off. Oh boy. And James, was a fantastic game against my team, Man United. Electric. That red card on Ramsey should never have been a red card. I kind of agree with that, James. I don't think that was a red card. Yeah, the FPL Cup can't be too far off. I think it will be starting very soon. My FPL season has died. I did my wild card and got about 38 points, and then I knew from there on it was going to die, and it's died. I think I'm down to 1 million rank now. Where I got as high as 300k, but I don't know if I can rescue it now. We shall see. But I think I'm still 24th or something in the FPL league. What's this? Review transfer offer. What's this about? Oh, Joe. I was quite prepared to sell him, wasn't I? But only for 34. Do I really want to stick around for $6,000? No, let him go. Let him go. Yeah, I actually don't. Starting in game week 32, is it? That would be quite interesting. So it's after game week 31, which is interesting because game week 31 is where there's no City or Arsenal players. 32, interesting. I don't think I'm gonna do very well, Rob Taff. I don't think I'm even probably getting past the first round. I'll be very surprised. It's been a really bad year for me this year, FPL. I had a very good season last year, right up until the last 3 weeks when I couldn't get any players to score get any returns at all in the last few weeks. This year, after Christmas, was dreadful. It's just killed me off. Okay, we're getting new contracts done. Got to remember we've lost Lingard already. Mane is leaving next. I don't know. He set his retirement for July. So we do have to bring someone in. But I got to remember that the amount of wage money failed there's a lot of money we paid for that. He failed. Good Lord. They've all failed. Players to transfer list. Maybe we should have a look at that. I don't think we should be extending his contract. Lee Sung-min, we should not be offering. Oh, it's a shame. He wants to leave, does he? Park Soo-hee is a good player. So 6 months' time he'll be gone. Lee Sung-min. Yeah, I think he's already up for sale, isn't he? No, I don't. I don't want to sell him. No, we're not going to sell him. Okay. Okay. Many of the Man United fans have finally agreed the red card happened to Bruno seemed to fall off the cliff. There have been a number of very strange red cards in the Premier League of late. Some of them I don't understand at all. Some of them extremely harsh. I'm having problems with the Premier League at the moment. There's things wrong with the Premier League. I think that it's cheating is the word that comes to mind. There's too much cheating going on. Players trying to get other players, feigning injury, trying to get other players sent off. Watched it in the FA Cup, saw somebody do it today. And then you've got all this shirt pulling. When I was playing football, it was not allowed. You could not touch someone else's shirt. It's like, leave it alone. That's ruining the set pieces, all this shirt pulling and nonsense. And then they've got to get a grip with that. VAR has just got totally out of control now. And they've got to get to grips with that. It's ruining football. There are more stoppages in football than there is actual action. And they've got to get a grips with it. They're losing the game at the moment. And people are getting fed up of the things that are wrong with it. And this is like, these sending offs are just adding to my frustration because there's no need for it. And I think there's a lot of cheating going on. And can't we just go back to, yeah, okay, there's always been bending the rules, but now the bending of the rules is just horrendous. Thomas Frank is a good manager. I've said these things before, Rob Taff, that it's often not the manager's fault. And I remember saying that about Man United, that Man United's problems were not the manager's, just the player's ego. And that's what they needed to deal with. What's going to go on here is my contract is going to run out soon, isn't it? Because that's why they offered me a new contract. So this is going to get worse. Right. He's agreed to go and play for someone else. I have to think about my squad is fine, even with the players going out, but that does mean that I can strengthen somewhere. I just don't know where yet. I would love to bring Boschilla in. Midfielder Lee Dongwon. Who is he? Is he out on loan somewhere? Lee Dongwon. He should be playing a lot more. Attacking midfielder Lee Dongwon. His contract's about. He's been out on loan with Gimshon. Let's delegate it. See if that works first. Apply. We have accepted. That's fine. Did we get any cash for him? Or is it just a loan again? Weirdly, been enjoying in Champions League more than Premier League. Yeah, to be fair, so have I. I can't stand the amount of the shirt pulling in the game now has just got beyond a joke. It's like they just want to cuddle each other. It's just like it's got to stop. They've got to somehow stop that. Arsenal started it, I think. Or at least Arsenal packed the 6-yard box with people all shirt pulling and all that sort of stuff. It's got to stop. And I think there's got to be another rule that says no attacking players in the 6-yard box until the ball is kicked. That's it. Contract for Lee Sung-min. I found his demands unacceptable. Okay. Then I think we can probably transfer this to him then. So, not required if you're going to be like that. He's just like a fringe player, but I'm going to lose centre-backs. Although Denya's just signed another contract, hasn't he? So, not a big deal. My team played a blinder, smashing Aberdeen. I want to know when I'm going to actually... Are you pleased? Yeah, of course. Very pleased. He's committed himself to the club. And nobody's going to offer us that kind of money. Because they don't want... FM doesn't want me to have transfer budget, don't forget. So nobody's going to come in and offer me that kind of money. Yeah, we have to let him go. It's a shame. How are my finances looking at the moment? If I can find them again. It's in club, isn't it? I now have 11k in wages and 527 transfer budget. I just don't have anybody on the short list. I don't think that really is tickling my fancy at the moment. I don't need a forward. I'd rather develop my own forwards. I don't know. He's just still a bit too pricey. He's a good player, central defender. I don't want to bring foreigners in, although he probably would be a very good signing. Striker again, it's not. I don't need a striker. Boschiller is now apparently very interested, but I still can't. So if I approach to sign, he's not interested at this time, but it's saying he's very interested. He'd be an absolutely super replacement. And then the other one is this guy, left winger, who looks like a very decent player, but no better. Although I'm going to struggle in the left wing department, and if I look at my... Because at the moment I've got Mane playing on the left wing. Park Chu-yi is a natural left winger. Chu Young-wook could play on the left wing. So, yeah, although Luan Diaz, who's been injured, he is the natural left winger. And I think we've got time left on his contract. There's nothing wrong. He's not leaving or planning to leave. So, yeah, once he's back fit, we've got the left wing covered. So there's nothing really that is tickling my fancy at the moment, and they're not finding anything. Ramsey, how are you doing? We have found some brilliant players. Hearts win the league. Could Hearts possibly win the league? Is that possible? Not going to be Rangers or Celtic again? I don't know. I don't follow Scottish football. Thank you so much for your compliment, Ramsey. We are just in a period of I don't know what here in Seoul. Looks like we've got a month off for some reason. It coincides with the transfer window, and I think they're having a break. We do have a game. Oh, we do have a game coming up on the 12th. They're going to be completely unfit now because they've had about a month off. We're in the middle of a transfer window here, and I'm losing players left, right, and centre. But I don't think it matters. But I think we got a game coming up. We have to see how tired they are, or whether they've been out on the pop for a month. We just have to see what happens. It's a very strange sort of break, that, because they've had no football. No, we're not doing any of that nonsense. Incredibly interesting. Who is this? That's my goalkeeper. No, I don't want to sell my goalkeeper. It's one of these Arabian lot that's bid for it. Oh, no way. €31. He's been superb. Who else have I got in terms of a goalkeeper? He's indicated he's incredibly interested. So that's him. Choi Chu Won. £31 old. He's a good deputy. Lim Jun Seop, young goalkeeper. No, I'm going to keep my goalkeeper. We'll just push them out of the... And then Young Ki Kwok. He's probably a decent young goalkeeper. But I'm not prepared. So that 19-year-old is nearly as good as my backup. I'm not prepared to sell my goalkeeper, so we're going to reject that. Oh, accepted. Okay, so we might actually be looking for a goalkeeper. That might solve the transfer riddle. What am I looking for? got almost 1 million. 17th of January, so he's not leaving yet, so that's good news. And also Lee Sung-min, he isn't leaving until January. I don't want to... When is my contract up? I don't want... I need to leave, so I can't... I've rejected it once. When is my current contract up? It gets really hard. If I sign a new contract, it's just going to be extremely difficult to leave. This is getting tough. Where's my contract? They're so hard to find, these things. My contract. There we go. It's like runs out in December. Should I just let it expire? What do you think, guys? Should I just let my contract run down? This twice they've offered me a contract now. They're really keen to keep me. If I sign a new contract, clubs are not going to be able to offer me jobs. You might as well sign a new contract, but the thing is, I'll be stuck in South Korea. If I end up unemployed, I'll probably find a job in South Africa or Brazil. It's really messing me up because of that. They're not available. I have to accept a new contract. Let it run out. Reject it. I mean, it's possible that in 178 days they'll offer me another one. What they're going to be now? They're going to be worried I'm going to leave. The man who's just won the Champions League for them. They're probably worried. Why am I turning down these contract? But I don't have another job to go to. And does it have a knock-on effect with the supporters? Where do I find that nonsense? Club. Yeah, supporters. They're not concerned. Their only concern is that I'm not making the most of set pieces. So the fans have got no idea what's going on. And probably neither of the board. Okay, that's a dangerous game because I could find myself unemployed. Now, was it earlier? Was South Africa earlier? I thought they were both the 1st of January 2027. Let's just have a look at that again. Oh no, South Africa becomes playable on you're right, 15th of July. So it is possible South Africa could solve my problems in that 178 days. This is fun. This is like, what is going to happen here? So you're right, that's going to happen in a week's time. That will be visible. I've never seen that before, I've got to admit. I have actually never seen that before. When's he going to go? Is he going to go straight away? There's nothing I can do except accept it. I will talk to him because he's been a very, very good player. So now that is a big blow. He's been a big part of my defence, that boy. So I have to find another goalkeeper. And he's gone now, hasn't he? So we need to look for a goalkeeper. Because my reserve goalkeepers are not that great. Where's the filter here? Because really all I want to do is look for goalkeepers. Where's the filter? Well, this is a waste of time. Huh? What have I done here? All. Right, okay. Goalkeeper. Timo Horn, German goalkeeper. We'll give him a scout then. No other goalkeepers in there. Angus Gunlook. I'm going to have a look for South Korean. No recommendations. East Asia, none. Let's go to recruitment focuses. I might have a little bit more luck there. East Asia 6. Goalkeeper. Kim Jun. He's pretty much the same as what I've got already. In progress. 2.4 million. No chance. We're going to struggle here, aren't we? These are no good. In progress, matched. North Korea. We got a goalkeeper. Yeah, we have got a North Korean goalkeeper. Last resort. Can we sign a North Korean? Create a new goalkeeper. Any. Proficiency good. It's not allowing me to do much. Do that. There aren't enough staff members. Oh, this isn't good. Can't I get them to do it? It's to take me time to do this. Can I get them to do it? Create a new... Let's just have it ongoing. Got to look for a goalkeeper, haven't I? I'm going to have to play my reserve goalkeeper. Unfortunately, it was a long time for the Scottish League. That's why I kept watching it in the background. It would actually be nice if somebody actually won the Scottish League apart from Rangers and Celtic. When's the last time that happened? Who was the last team, not Celtic or Rangers, to win the Scottish? Transfer room. That's a good idea. Transfer room. Requirement. Yep, I would like to create requirements goalkeeper. Transfer and loan. Doesn't matter about whether he's a good ball playing whatever or whatever. Playing time. First choice goalkeeper. Okay, that's that done. That came as a surprise. I was not expecting Saudi Arabia to come in for any of my players. Park Soo-hwan. No, thank you. No, thank you. We need to recruitment, transfer activity. Park Soo-hwan. And we need to cancel that one. Who's Ri Choi Song? Oh, he's a goalkeeper. He's not very good, though. That was quick. I only set up the... He's not that great. But he's free. He's North Korean. I don't remember making a bid for him. I had a look at him, but I don't remember... Well, let's bring him in. He's free. But I don't think he's very good. It was actually as far back as Fergie with Aberdeen that broke up the... Wow. I need to have a look at Ulsan. Oh, we'll just let him do that then. Seoul training review. Because it's been a long break, so we haven't seen any football forever. Choi Won says put in goal. He's a 31-year-old. I think I've got no choice but to put him in goal. Al Arab, Lee Sung Wo Hyun. Yep, don't have any problems with that team. Ri Choi Sung could provide cover. That's that North Korean. Oh, Sadio Mane's injured now. Expect the team to win the next match. Okay, fair enough. That was laying it out. Sung Hyo Seung. That's a scout. That's okay. Spend a lot more this summer, but the owners won. Is that have Newcastle lost those restrictions that stopped them signing players? Tactical advice. I didn't have a look at that, did I? Opposition won't play direct. That's often a lie. Let's check some of that then. A lot of assists from out wide, from the left-hand side especially. I think we just keep playing as we've been playing. Unlikely to play direct, so yeah, they're going to play control. We have a speed advantage, so the thing to do is to do what we did last time. There's no need to change that. It's the outer possession. A mid-block, higher line. There's no need to change any of that. So this goalkeeper has... Oh no. Is it the goalkeeper? Yeah, the goalkeeper... Oh no, he's a scout. I thought that goalkeeper had actually decided... Let's play some football here. It's a blow losing my goalkeeper. Oh, I've got this substitute rule again. So Lee Sung-min, he can be removed. And Moon Sun-min, I think, can be removed as well, yeah. Right, now can we go and play some football? All of those, see the number of those players who are not fit. That's because they haven't played any football for a month. This could go either way, this game. Normally I'd be quite confident against this team, but the team are just not fit. Let's just do the I've got faith in you business. I wonder, why they get that month off. Is it just otherwise they'd be playing all year round, I guess. This might be a tougher game. Are we playing cautiously? Yeah. This could be a tougher game. Ulsan traditionally give us a very, very hard game. It's like a bogey team. Booked already, is he? That's never a good sign. Well, that's the player I was thinking about. Yeah, we sold him, didn't he? Went to Ulsan. He was a Lee Dongwon, very good player. They always give us a good game. The goalkeeper. Not going to blame the goalkeeper there. There's not much he could do about that. I don't think so. I think I've seen this before where they just have a month off. And if I'd have been sharper, I think they come back to training about a week before. And I actually could have put a friendly in there. Come on, boys. Oh, that's a nice pass, but nobody's supporting him. That's because we're on cautious. Lovely pass. That's better. That's better, boys. That's some nice football there. I'm actually not really that worried about the football part of the of my career at the moment. I'm just worried about how I'm going to get to move on. This is like really weird situation. Go on, son. Go on. We're starting to create some chances now, but we are giving them still a little bit too much space. Yeah, I think cautious is the right mentality. They are pushing players forward. And it doesn't matter if we lose a couple of games. I'm really not worried about winning the title. We're 13 points clear. Although we could be caught if we get complacent. But losing the occasional game isn't going to hurt. But it hurts to lose a football match. But we're not playing bad. It's just whether we can score. That's a poor pass. Nicely done. That was a poor pass. Well done. Oh, what a lovely pass. Oh, you donkey. Rob could have scored that without a shadow of a doubt. We are putting some nice passing sequences down the left. But what's his problem? What's the goalkeeper's problem then? Nervous. I suppose that's fair. Get in. Get in, one song. We won't sell any more than 2. We're most likely to be sold. You think he might sell Gordon? That would be, as far as I'm concerned, that would be nuts. He's like a really good utility player. He can play across the attacking midline, and he can also play as a striker. I think that would be nuts. Unless he's asked to leave, is he? But Livramento, I can understand why they might sell him. But selling Anthony Gordon, as our United manager, I'd be interested in buying him. Very good utility player. Go on, boys. We're in here. We're in. It's 2-1. Get in. Luan Diaz. Mainly because he's been performing in the Champions League and the cup matches. Been rubbish in the Premier League. I think that, there is that, what do they call it? The European hangover. and it does affect people. And you've got to have. He has been playing a lot of football, and unfortunately, I don't know why they don't play that really bad in Europe and play well in the Premier League. It never seems to work the other way around, so it confuses me. But it does exist, and I've seen very, very good players like Haaland. Just suddenly has stopped playing in the Premier League. He's another prime example. And if I was guessing, I think that Guardiola, once the Champions League starts, Guardiola might just play him in the Champions League and play Marmouche in the Premier League. I've got a funny feeling that might happen, which is why I sold Haaland. Since I sold him, he hasn't got any points at all in the last few weeks. So I don't think you can actually point the finger at Gordon. It's just an unfortunate thing that happens. If I was a Man United manager, I'd be really seriously interested in Gordon. Very seriously interested. Not because he's like a spectacular player in one position. It's just he can play in so many positions. Now, I know, and I think it's because he's just played too much. Like at the start of the season, he couldn't stop scoring, but he's just died. It's like, I think they just get so fatigued, not in terms of physically tired, but mentally tired. And I think that's what's happened to Haaland. And Pep needs to be brave and say, we need to use you sparingly. Oh, nearly. Nearly, boys. So I think, if I was Pep, I think I would be thinking, right, let's play him in Europe, but play Marmouche in the Premier League, because Marmouche is banging him in at the moment. So Pep has got options, and then he can play Marmouche in the cup games, and just play Haaland in the final if they get to the final, and he's got Haaland on the bench for the semi-final and quarter-final if he needs him. But, yeah, I mean, Haaland in the Premier League has been an absolute disaster for about 2 months now. And I think it's just these players get mental fatigue with, like, 2 games a week. And some of them, like Haaland and like Gordon, they were just constantly playing. Go on, son. Oh, Diaz, you donkey. James would have scored that, even if he is from Newcastle. We're absolutely dominating them now, though, after they took that shock lead. Go on, where's the pass? Go on, find that little pass. That little through ball we're so good at. Well, that's a nice pass. Oh, what a chance. Mires. Newcastle produced some of the best strikers in the league. I've got to admit, in years gone by, Shearer, I got to admit, was probably my favourite of all-time Newcastle players, James. Alan Shearer. Don't know if you remember him playing, James, do you? You're not as old as some of us in here. But yeah, you're right. They have produced some of the very finest strikers. I do believe also. Was it Dalglish? Did Dalglish play for Newcastle for a while? I can't remember, but I think he did. they've had some very, very fine strikers. To be perfectly fair, I mean the strikers I remember 70s and 80s and even into the 90s. I think they were a different breed to what we have today. I remember like strikers. Remember that Duncan Ferguson? Holy cow! They were a different breed to what we have today. You did not mess with Duncan Ferguson. He was Everton, wasn't he? There was some like amazing. Van Nistelrooy was another one, big, strong. He used to have those fights with the Arsenal centre backs. There were different animals in those days. And Shearer was from that era. Great footballer, to be fair. In fact, he was the only player that Ferguson was unable to sign. He refused to budge, didn't he? He just could not sign Shearer as much as he wanted to. Forgot to do that, didn't I? Ooh, there's a lot of hard tackling going on there. That's probably why we gave away that goal early on. Duncan Ferguson, he was like, holy cow! I would not have liked to have been a central defender against him. And boy, could he head a ball! I was like, he's immense. But I mean, centre forwards were centre forwards in those days. They didn't go for small players. They were really big, stocky characters. I remember when I was a kid, and when I was living in Wales as a kid, and none of you will remember this guy. There's a guy played for Southampton. His name was Ron Davis. My goodness me. If ever there was a definition of the old brick shit house, it's like, and that boy could head a ball like a bullet. Ron Davis, look him up. He was unbelievable. I remember going to see him playing against Cardiff. Southampton were playing in Cardiff. Oh my good lord, he is heading the ball, and in the old days, those old leather balls that weighed a ton, but he was heading it like a bullet out of a gun. Incredible person. Unbelievable. In the days when they used to chisel centre forwards out of solid granite. A chance at Alan Shearer going to Barcelona. Yeah, Fergie could never. Fergie tried on 2 or 3 occasions, and he would never go to Manchester United. Get in, Luan Diaz, 3-1. And yeah, it's unfortunate. He would have been a good fit in that Manchester United team, but refused to play for Man United. Luan Diaz, he's been injured for most of the season. Funny how now he's got fit that Sadio Mane's left. John Hartson, yeah, another one. There's a name from the past. He's like another brute of a man. John Hartson, yeah. Centre forwards. We're centre forwards. And, we need to get a bit of that back into the game, I think. I would just love to see the game a bit more physical, but fair physical. I mean, I don't want to see people cheating and rolling on the floor and doing all that nonsense, but they didn't used to do that in the old days. It was a fair fight, and you accepted. Sometimes you got hurt. Come on, defend well. Well done. We don't want to give away this 3-1 lead now. Keep defending. Cautious is just awesome. if you don't have a great defense, just playing cautious. And this is not a great defense by any stretch. They've got some tired players here. Kim Dong-hyun. Kim Dong-hyun. Who is he? He's DM. He's a DM. Choi Hyun-tuk is not very well either. Choi Jun can come on there. Luan Diaz, I'm going to leave him on. I don't have a centre mid to come on now. So, who else? I'm going to leave Luan Diaz on for a moment. He's playing well. The Celtic legend. He played at Hartson, didn't he? Play for Wimbledon or someone before? I'd have to look that up. But he was playing in the Premier League, or not the Premier League, perhaps the English First Division. Hartson, who did he play for? I'd have to look that one up. Just like a solid brute of a person. Ferguson beat up 2 burglars. Those were centre forwards. I would not. There's no way I would go around and rob Duncan Ferguson's house. No way. Wimbledon. Yeah. Played for Arsenal as well. Can you imagine, like, going around and trying to burgle Duncan Ferguson? You must be mad. Ayoze Perez, Newcastle striker. Ayoze Perez. The name does ring a bell. Ayoze Perez. I'm gonna search that on Google. Ayoze. Oh yeah, Ayoze. Spanish. 90s. Oh no, born 90s. I actually don't remember him playing for Newcastle, to be fair. Ayoze Perez. The name, though, does ring a bell. Was he a big beast as well? Oh, penalty, ref. Get in. Used to... Newcastle striker scored 44 goals. I don't remember him. Oh no, it was outside the box, was it? Ginola. He wasn't a big brute of a guy. I do remember David Ginola. He wasn't a big brute of a guy, though, was he? He was a very skillful player, technically good player, David Ginola. I do remember him, Paul. I sometimes long to go back. Tino Asperia. Yeah. He was just a bully, wasn't he? He's like he's a great player. I liked him. Yeah, I did like him. Don't give a goal away now, boys. You've gone and given a goal away. Now, goalkeeper, fantastic save. Yeah, sometimes I wish we could go back to bygone eras in football and play the game like it was always played. There's too many rules now to... I don't know whether it's because they have to protect players because of the money they're worth. There's just too many rules. Luan Diaz probably, although he's still got some in the tank. I do need to take someone off now. Attacking mid-centre, and we'll bring on Choi Young-wook. And like some of the defenders they had to come up against, I remember like Norman Bites Your Legs Hunter and all that. Like, Billy Bremner was another one. Well, Ryan Giggs a great player. Gotta go check on the little one. Yeah, sometimes I'm watching modern day Premier League. It's just too bitty for my liking, and there's not enough physicality in it, and that shirt pulling is not replacing the physicality, I'm afraid, and all this silly wrestling that goes on. I'd rather see tackling being brought back, proper tackling, and some of the things that people are getting sent off for now was just a reasonable tackle in the 70s and 80s. And people they didn't roll about on the floor when it happened. They got up and they shook themselves off and got on with it. And I would love to see football going back to that. Yeah, that wrestling on corners and shirt pulling, it's just spoiling it for me. It's really spoiling it. And every time there's a corner, the referee has to stop the game for 2 minutes to go and talk to the players who are misbehaving again. It's just constant stoppages because wrestling and shirt pulling, and give it a rest, boys. Go play football. Nobby Solano carried on playing with us and we went to the Euros. So many names, so many great names. I'm thinking defenders now. Like Martin Keown and Tony Adams. Oh my good Lord. Oh God. And people like Yap Stam. Good solid centre halves. Although centre halves, I think, are good chunky players at the moment. There's some very good centre halves. They're just not allowed to tackle. But that's not their fault. That's the rules these days. But put them back in time, they'd still be very good centre halves because they're good, solid individuals. Whether they'd be brave enough to play in those times, who knows? Because you had to be brave in those days. Still lives in Newcastle, Nobby Solano. Only goes to Pakistan when it's time for the nationals. So many great names. And there we are, we got another victory. It's easy in South Korea. Goalkeeper did quite well. Fair play to him. Although, looking at this, he only got a 6.3. Oh no, that's Ulsan. 6.6. I thought he'd made one or two very good saves. Still, a win's a win. I don't like conceding, but a win's a win. Where's that tape? It took me all the way through to Tuesday. I should have stopped that, shouldn't I? But it's okay, because the players can rest. Went all the way through to Tuesday. It was like, how many mail have I got? In the old game in 24, it actually stopped an hour. It only loaded up to an hour after the game had finished. Now I've got all this nonsense to go through. He did very well, Luan Diaz. 2 goals. Right, I'm going to get off here. I've been on a little bit earlier tonight, an hour earlier tonight, so I'm going to get off here tonight. I just came on to say hello, and maybe as my tasks for moving abroad are actually, it's getting a little bit easier, maybe I'll be able to come on for the next couple of weeks once a week, and then maybe before I go I can come on a little bit more. I've still got an awful lot to do. I'm going to list all the stuff that I have to go through in the video on scrambled eggs in the next video. It's a lot of stuff that you have to get sorted out, but I'm getting through it. And then I've just finished the journal that I've been working on, and so that hopefully will be published within the next couple of days. So I'm starting to free up a little bit of time. And it was good to come back and say hello. EFL Cup stream would be great. Yeah, actually, that would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Might do that, yeah. Before it kicks off. The grand EFL Cup. The Old Man Phil FPL Cup. That would be kind of cool. So, yeah, I'm all set to go, though pretty much I've got just a ton of stuff to actually get through. So everything's going well. And I thought tonight, let's come back and see if anybody's still around. Be good to have a chat. And it was good fun for me. So hopefully I'll be able to commit to doing that next Sunday as well. And then sometimes in midweek, if I'm getting less busy, I'll come along as well. So look out for me. I haven't left. I've just got other things to do. And yeah, the FPL Old Man Phil Cup stream would be cool. Maybe if there's a big game where players are like, maybe we could do a watch along with the big game of the week where everybody's got players from that team. I don't know how that will work out. We shall see. Thanks for coming along tonight, guys. It was great to see you, James, Rob. Who have I missed? Paul. It was absolutely brilliant to see you guys. Edward was around. Brilliant. And I've enjoyed myself. And I am looking forward to the new housewarming party. The house looks fantastic that they found for me. Cheap as chips. And I don't know, it's a 3-bedroom house, less than 200 quid a month. It's like fully furnished as well, which is just awesome. And I guess there will be a new housewarming party as well. Almost can't wait to leave. But need to get set up on the other side so that we can continue to stream. And I'll have to stream around about 3 in the morning, though, so that you'll get it at 8 o'clock the previous night. Thank you. Any room in the suitcase? I don't think so, Rob. But you're probably more than welcome to visit me if you ever want to come to that part of the world. Always more than willing. Thank you all, guys, for coming along again. As I've said before, I always supported, I always appreciated everyone who came along and chatted to me in the streams, and thank you so much. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea now and something to eat, and tomorrow's another day. And hopefully I will see you all very, very soon. Thanks for coming, guys.